like the cover, and the title, and the plot. Hey guys, it's Alex on the block, and today I'll be talking about all the books that I want to read in February. So I only have 6 books because I'm limiting myself because I know that I'll be distracted by other books as well. So I'm making room for those. But for now, these are the books that I want to read in February. So let's jump right on it. The first book is A Fall Love Story, which is one of my most anticipated reads for 2021. Like, from the moment I saw this book, which is I think around November in 2020, I've been in love with this. Like, the cover, and the title, and the plot. I am just so excited for this book, and this book is about 2 Vietnamese American teens who fall in love, but then their families are in kind of like a feud. So I guess this is kind of similar to Tweet Cute, where their families are also in a feud. But yeah, here in this book, the families of these teens both have a pho restaurant, and those restaurants are competing with each other. So the teens have to navigate their relationship even if their family is at war. And I just think it's so cute because I loved Tweet Cute, and I feel like I'll also love this book. Oh, and this book comes out this February, so I really hope I'll get to have a copy, so I'll have a beautiful book to read this February. The next book is also a book that's been talked about quite a lot in Instagram and in Twitter, and I think in YouTube as well, and it is The House in the Cerulean Sea. I've seen this everywhere, like everywhere, I'm telling you, everywhere, and everyone I know who's read this has raved about it. I didn't see anyone yet who hates this book. A lot of them just love this book so much. I think Blake even made an IGTV video about this. I think I just saw something on Instagram, and I think Kat from her bookish side also loves this, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, The House in the Cerulean Sea. I've been saving this for, I don't really know. I've just been putting it aside for something that's not existent. But yeah, for February, I really want to read this book. So this book is about this man who is a caseworker in the department in charge of magical youth, I think. So in this world, there's magic and there's children with magic. And then this man is like sent to this island where there are 6 magical children, and he has to decide if he'll save the children or if he'll save the world from those children, because the 6 children are dangerous. He's sent there to kind of evaluate and assess the children. So there's a gnome, a sprite, a wyvern, an unidentifiable green blob, a were Pomeranian, and the Antichrist, which is just like so interesting to me. Like, what is this world? I kind of want to immerse myself in it, where there's a freaking green blob and the Antichrist. What? So yeah, I hear that the found family trope in this book is also really good, and I love me a good found family trope. That's my vibe. Like, that's the book that I want. Green blob, found family, magic, Antichrist, and yeah, I'm sold. Let's go. And I don't know if I'll read this on audiobook, if that's like better. I don't know, because there's an audiobook on Scribd, but I don't know if I'll love it more if I read an ebook of it. So yeah, I'm torn. The next is a very intriguing read. Like, I still don't quite understand how this book is structured or written, but I've heard so many great things about this book, and it's In the Dream House, which is a memoir. So this is about the author's experiences in an abusive same-sex relationship, which I think is like a really kind of not really talked about issue. When I consume media, all the media about abusive relationships that I've seen, like movies, TV shows, books, I think, they focus on opposite sex abusive relationships. Like, for example, the husband beats up his wife and stuff like that. So I guess this is also a very important read to just educate yourself and you remind yourself that this doesn't just happen to like the typical family type situation or the boyfriend girlfriend type situation. It also happens in same-sex relationships. So yeah, and what's unique about this book is that it's written in a horror fiction type of way, which I really don't know how that works, but yeah, I'm intrigued. So the next book I really thought was a contemporary, like a fun contemporary, I don't know. It's Grown and the cover is amazing, but I really didn't think that this was like a mystery thriller type situation. So this book is about Enchanted Jones, I believe, and she's an aspiring singer, but one day she wakes up and there's blood in her hands and she doesn't know what happened. And I think this legendary R&B singer is the one who's dead, and she's like the prime suspect in this. I don't know. But it's also supposed to show kind of like the dark side of the entertainment industry, I think. And it's supposed to be a very hard book to read because I think there's like manipulation and brainwashing and gaslighting. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I did see like some of the reviews saying that you have to be like in you have to be in like a stable state when you read this book, which yeah, I think I'm fine. So yeah, it explores a lot of dark and haunting issues and I'm excited to read it. Yeah. The next one is also a book that I've been meaning to read for so long now, and I just saw it on Scribd and I remembered that I wanted to read this. So yeah, this is Rent a Boyfriend, which is a romantic comedy about this Taiwanese college student who hires this fake boyfriend to meet her parents. So I think it's about familial pressure, like they're pressuring her to marry this other guy who's not very good. And yeah, so Chloe rents this boyfriend to meet her parents. And so yeah, Chloe rents this boyfriend from a business that's specifically for her situation. I think there's like protocols and stuff like that. When the family is like this is how the boyfriend should act and stuff like that. And the guy, Drew, is an aspiring artist, but then his family doesn't really believe in like being an artist. They don't think he'll be successful in it. And then they cut him off when he dropped out of college to follow his dreams. So yeah, he needs the money. That's why he's in this business. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a fun read. Yeah, I just think it's fun. I love this type of story. So yeah. And then the last one. I still haven't finished it. And I said I would, but here we are. It's the next year. I still haven't finished it. So this book is The Silence of Bones, and I feel like I've talked about this book a million times now, which is probably not true, but yeah. I've been meaning to read this. Like, for last year, I've had this book in all of my TBRs. Like, in my bullet journal, I I write this, and I even have like reminders for the specific days that I'm supposed to read it, but then I still haven't finished it. So yeah. So this book is set in 1800s Joseon, Korea, and it's about Sol, who is an assistant to this detective, and they're trying to solve the murder of a noblewoman, and then I think they form a bond, like a friendship or something, I'm not sure. But then the guy, the detective, becomes the prime suspect in the murders, and so their friendship is tested because of that. So yeah. So this month, I am determined to finish this book because I just feel like I love it. I've already started reading it, but I haven't progressed as much. But yeah, I really want to read it. I want to finish it in February. So those are all the books I want to read in February. There's only 6 because these are like the books that I definitely want to finish in February because I have this checklist for my 2021 reading goals. So I have to read a horror book, a book written by an Asian author, and a book with queer representation, and I think I have all those in this list of books. Let me know what books you are excited to read in February, and if you have book recommendations for me, just comment them down below and I'll go check them out if they're books that I'm going to vibe with. So yeah. Oh, and if you've reached the end of this video, comment down below a pan with an egg. That's one of my favorite emojis. You get what I mean, right? The pan with an egg. It's just so cute. So yeah, comment them down below so we'll have a lot of eggs in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. You can also find me in Twitter and Instagram. My handle is Alex on the Block or Alex on the BLK. So yeah. Bye!